Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, as always, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Auburn getting ready to face the LSU Tigers on Saturday, 6 o'clock on ESPN. It should be a very interesting game, a very telling game, as the two Tigers get together. LSU coming in with the same record as Auburn, 3-1, 1-0 in the SEC. They have a loss against Florida State, obviously. Most everybody remembers that. The blocked extra point at the end of that game in New Orleans to kick the season off. But LSU seems to be getting better as the season progresses, and honestly, that's what you expect a good coach to do, to get his team a little bit better every week. So we'll see what that kind of challenge they present for Auburn. Can Auburn figure out a way to generate some more offense, to generate some more points? Will TJ Finley be available for this game? A lot of questions surrounding Auburn, and a lot of questions, a lot of macro and micro questions about this team moving forward, about the program in general moving forward. So just a lot of intrigue about this Saturday night in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Throw in the fact that when LSU and Auburn get together, weird stuff happens. It's kind of notorious for that during, for this game. But nonetheless, we'll look at the numbers a little bit, break those down a little bit for you today. As always, we'd love to hear from you. If you got any subjects, any topics you'd like to bring up, give us a call. 256-234-6221, or you can dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page, that's Sports with a Z, and comment away. And we appreciate all of you each and every day being with us, whether that is on television or on Facebook Live. David?
Andy?
We talked about this Monday, coming off the Missouri game. You've had several days to think about it. You've had several days to stew. Have you come up with any new revelations?
No. I've watched the show with interest this week. I'm just glad that we are not talking about, Brian Harsin's replacement yet, which I'm not going to talk about because he's.
As far as I know, there's not a job open.
His name's still on the door. Interesting point, Andy. You talk about the craziness of and you know the history better than I do because your grasp of trivia and history is mind-boggling.
Well,
You remember the year that the old gym caught on fire?
Yes.
Was that LSU?
Yes.
Okay. My only trip to Baton Rouge was the year that the Mad Hatter called the pass play right at the end.
2007.
Right. And
1996 was the barn burning.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. My brother's chimed in today. I thought he might have bumped his head this morning. He said, "I think Auburn wins by 2." How? I have no earthly idea.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that from Dale. But you know what? With the history of this game, it's at home. We're striping the stadium Saturday. Did you see that?
I did.
Did you get your email?
I don't know what section of my color is.
You're in 30. I want to say 32.
33 is where I am. So.
Okay, well, 35's orange.
Okay, I'll have to look.
I don't know. We'll figure that out so you can wear the right color Saturday.
Sure.
But,
I'd hate to look like I was out of place.
Well, that's a cool look, that striping the stadium deal. Tennessee did that. And
they do it pretty well with the checkerboard.
They
I got to
really
admit.
do. They really do. And here's another one. First night game this season for the Auburn Tigers.
We'll actually get to play with the LED lines.
Yeah. We'll be. But, Andy.
Maybe if we score.
Yes. Well, that brings me to my next point. I've had a lot of fun, and I must apologize to Brian Kelly. I've called him Les Miles 2.0, just making fun. But their defense is pretty spiffy. You hold the Pirate to 16 points. That one scares me because you've put a lot of stock in Mississippi State this year.
I am.
Maybe more than I would have dared.
Yeah.
But that's pretty impressive right there to me.
Nobody apparently wants to take second place in the West. No, I mean, right now, nobody is interested in trying to get to second in the West. Now, I mean, Auburn and LSU, Auburn, LSU, and Alabama, that's tied for number one, right, in the West?
Yeah. All right, Andy. All right.
1-0.
See if you agree with me on this. We've had so much fun talking about how much weaker the East is than the West. But right now, as we sit here today, would you put 3 West teams up against better than Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky right now?
No.
I wouldn't.
No.
So, I mean, the East is kicking butt. So
Look, we've talked about this forever. I mean, the SEC, it has gone back and forth. The East, back in the day, when you had Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida,
yeah,
or more to the point, Florida, Tennessee, and Georgia,
yeah,
that was, they kind of ruled the SEC, and then they shifted to the West, and the West has dominated the SEC title game
big time the last few years
for the last decade.
Yeah,
but it goes back and forth. These kind of things happen, and I'm not convinced. We won't have somebody else in the West step up and be counted this year. But you're right. I mean, right now, Georgia, Kentucky, and Tennessee look formidable.
Absolutely.
And they're all top 10. I guess Tennessee probably moved up into the top 10.
Oh, I think so.
I'm pretty sure they did. I didn't even look at the
I didn't
rankings,
either.
to be honest with you. But they got to be 3 top 10 teams. So
absolutely.
That's pretty impressive.
Kyle said,
wouldn't have thought that.
Kyle said, Harsin really about to win this game, ain't he? If he does, the only thing I'll say is just Auburn being Auburn. Newhousel said the same thing this morning. He said, how Auburn would that be for them to beat LSU Saturday night?
Well, it seemed like there was a fair amount of and again, I still believe that the vast majority of the fan base is resolved to the fact that Auburn will have a new coach next year.
Yes.
I think that I feel pretty safe in saying that.
Yeah.
However, I don't think I would say the vast majority of Auburn fans would echo Jerry's sentiments and say I would never pull against Auburn. That if we would have lost to Missouri, I think everybody thought going into that game, Brian Harsin we can just go ahead and pull this scab off and be done with it and then just kind of deal with it. But we did. But we did. We won the game, and I was rooting for Auburn to win it. I was hoping we ultimately would win it. I hope we beat LSU. I don't think there's anybody. But wouldn't that be? Of course, that would be typical. Where you would think, okay, now we're 4-1 and 2-0 in the SEC, having beaten Missouri and LSU. That would, I don't know what it would mean, but certainly, I will go ahead and say I will be surprised if Auburn beats LSU.
Yeah, it's going to be a tall task. And Andy, I harken back to 2 of our predictions. I can't remember what yours was. I predicted 5-0 on the home stretch.
I thought it was possible.
Yeah, and I predicted that this. Also, you and I both have said this multiple times that this is the most critical season in Auburn football in a long, long time. We really need Saturday's win because look where we're going the next week, and then the next week after that, which I'm going to on that trip as well. So,
right.
Yeah, it's.
I'm fairly certain. I don't remember exactly, but I'm fairly certain that I said at some point, if we lose to Penn State, there's no way we'll beat Missouri and LSU.
You did say that.
So
you sure did. And you were almost.
I hope I'm a liar.
Almost correct.
I hope I'm a liar, but we'll see what happens with that. LSU offensively, I mean, Jaden Daniels has kind of come to his own. He looked basically like he was running for his life against Florida State.
Yeah.
And LSU's offensive line looked very unimpressive. But I mean, look, they've beaten Southern and they've beaten New Mexico, okay?
Right.
That's essentially
Bad
like
teams.
beating Mercer and San Jose State.
That's right.
But they did both fairly impressively. And they pulled away. And as Wes, our resident Bulldog, had said, you know, in Mississippi State, they were up in that game early and, you know, dropped several passes and did turn the ball over, you know, and made some really, really critical errors. That score, 31-16, is a little bit – that's not necessarily indicative of how that game went. LSU pulled away late.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it seemed like Mississippi State tried to kick an onside kick and they, you know, had a short field or either ran it back or something like that.
That's
but
correct.
anyway, I don't know. It's not like LSU looks like the best team in the country. I mean, it's not that wide of a gap that we're talking about. Although the numbers are not really, they don't really fall in Auburn's favor.
No.
Let's just say that.
No, and I'm sure we'll get to these in the next segment. But they do look better to me than I expected them to look. I got to give it credit.
Yeah, but LSU.
Yeah, LSU.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, we're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere. If you'd like to get your prediction in, we'll be taking those today and tomorrow. LSU and Auburn, 6 o'clock on ESPN. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours. Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
It's truck season at Glenn Smith in Opelika. We have an excellent supply of Chevrolet Silverados and GMC Sierras with giant discounts and low monthly payments. New Chevrolet Silverados up to $6,000 off, or payments as low as $499 a month with zero money down. GMC Sierras discounted up to $5,000 off.
Zero money down, no payments till 2023 at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center. You'll be glad that you did. Some comments coming through, some predictions coming through. Jamie says 28-6 LSU. I hate it, but hey, War Eagle. John Paul says 33-14 LSU. I hope I'm wrong, but I hope this is for this.
I lost hope.
But I lost hope for this season. Yeah. John, I think I'm with you. I haven't lost hope completely for the program, but I definitely I do not see this season as really being salvageable. So I don't disagree with those predictions so far. So, but I will say this: I do a little picking contest, and I picked Missouri last. I didn't pick it on the show, but I picked Missouri in my picking contest, and I've got on a streak at times where I pick against Auburn and they win.
Yeah.
So I think they do it to spite me. I'll certainly try that this.
Well, maybe
this
you
week.
should pick LSU.
Oh, I'm going to. There's no question about it.
Well, Andy, two of the numbers that stick out to me, that scare me, are their defense. They're only allowing 111 yards rushing a game, and they're only allowing 146 yards passing. With our offensive woes, that does not sit well with me.
Yeah, and that's having played Mississippi State,
right?
And Florida State, who, is trying to throw the ball, this year pretty. Yeah. So that's what, like you said, that was the one that I had to look twice at.
Yeah.
Number 8 in the country against the pass.
Yeah.
And and even taking it a step further, sometimes passing yards can be a little bit misleading, but they're number 7 in the country in pass efficiency defense.
Yeah.
So it's not just that, they're doing everything well in the secondary. And for, like you said, Auburn having the trouble that they're having right now, LSU's front 7 against our, offensive line, it seems on paper it is a bad matchup.
It is. And, Andy, we both know we are going to have to find some ways to challenge teams down the field passing. We just are.
Yes.
Or everybody's going to load the box, especially if we keep lining up in these bunch sets. I mean, that's
something to pay attention to. You brought that up. That's a good thing for everybody to watch Saturday. The formations that Auburn gets in.
Yeah.
Have we made an adjustment?
And I'm not saying, look, I was a high school coach and middle school. They're way above my pay grade. But when we line up in those bunch sets, we bring more defenders into the box.
That's just logical.
Automatically. So there are less lanes for Tank and Jarquez and Robbie Ashford to find a run through. If we would spread the field more often, you can pass or run out of that, and they don't know which one we're going to do. That's David Jones' quick assessment of what we need to do offensively Saturday. And we're going to have to find some chunk yardage passing the ball also to open up those running lanes, because then they have to respect the pass. Right now, they really don't have to, do they, Andy?
No.
Seriously.
And you want some more depressing numbers?
Yeah.
In the last 2 games, Auburn has given up 23 tackles for loss.
Oh.
10 sacks.
Yeah.
That is not good. Now, just in case you were wondering.
I just gave some suggestions for helping to fix some things, but I don't know what we do to fix that. Just stay on blocks, more tenacity, nastier mindset. I don't
know what you do as far as a running game. I mean, you got to have some quick passes. You got to try to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as quickly as possible if you know you cannot maintain a pocket for any amount of time. Now, that's easier said than done, especially when one of LSU's strengths is their secondary.
Yeah.
So they're going to be you will not see LSU line up, 7-8 yards off the receivers. I don't think. Right. I think they will be up press man coverage and just dare us to try to throw it over the top, because number one, they don't think that we'll have time to do that. And number two, they think they can defend it if we even try, because our receivers aren't good enough to be. Now, that's what they think. Can we prove them wrong? We'll see. I would assume Coy Moore will be really excited to have coming off the best game of his young Auburn career. Former LSU player. He will be highly motivated to have a good game. One of the biggest factors, though, is T.J. Finley going to play in this game. Yeah. I think, Brian Hartson said he was going to practice this week. But I can't believe I'm saying this, but, I think if T.J. doesn't play, or if T.J. does play, at least it gives us a better chance to win the game.
Yeah, as much as we've complained, Andy, and you said it, and I agree, a T.J. Finley 6'7" in the pocket with a decent offensive line that can give him time would give us a great opportunity to get those chunk plays down the field. But if I'm an edge rusher in the SEC and Auburn's coming up for the next game, I can't wait for Saturday to get here, because our tackles have really had a very difficult time keeping these edge guys out of the backfield. So I would love for TJ to get a shot at his old team, but as bad as he seemed to be beat up, that'd have to be a pretty good rehab stint for him to be able to go this coming Saturday.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Auburn, averaging 376 yards a game total, only 23.8 points per game. I think it'll take at least 30 points, maybe 27, 30 points to win the game.
I said 28 last week. I was wrong, but this week's a different deal.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's but we'll look at a few more of these.
I'll give my prediction at the end of the show, since this is my last day.
Don't let me forget to get that for the end of the show. And we'll take some of your comments when we come back with more right after these important messages.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only about 30 more minutes left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Mortgage Pro. The Eric McKinley team, located right here in Alexander City, but servicing the entire state of Alabama. Some of your comments, Steve says, question about NIL. I heard Andy Burcham on pregame show last week advertise for NIL contributions. Is NIL open to everyone to contribute? If so, doesn't sound like a rich man's game. Yeah, I mean, you know, they run inside the stadium every week. They run a thing where you have, you know, several people on there talking about, you know, we need to get all the fans to contribute to this NIL. And that's what these quote unquote collectives are. You know, Auburn's got one, everybody's got one now, but it's basically like put into place so that anybody, every fan, every Joe, whoever you are, if you want to give some money then you just donate to this fund, and then it's used to allocate to whoever the players are. So
Johnny Harris is on that commercial.
Yeah.
Bruce Pearl's on that commercial. Butch Thompson's on that commercial.
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody thinks football when it's NIL. We need NIL for every sport. I mean, Butch is sitting there right now with an average of the number 7 recruiting class in the country for next year. And we have some disadvantages in baseball, as you know, with the scholarship limit. It's insane. It's 11.1 baseball scholarship. So, yeah, anybody could contribute, Steve. I think the safest way to do that, obviously, would be go through the collective. And it really kind of is a rich man's game, because if you're just offering peanuts, they're going to pass and go on to the next bigger offer, probably.
It's a different world now. And I used to – and I'll just speak personally. I always looked at it like, all these donors, all these millionaire and billionaires. I love the fact that they're giving money to Auburn, and they need to give. And you see this every time in the stadium. At some point during halftime, they run the Oaks Society, people who have given at least $1 million to Auburn, and it's a long list.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm glad people have money, that they can give $1 million to Auburn. And that's just a drop in the bucket. I mean, some of them have given tens of millions of dollars to Auburn. So for me, Joe Schmo, I look at that and I say, man, I'm glad these people give all this money to Auburn. Now, cut to the future, and we're living in it right now, where you say, okay, well, you just season ticket holder, just average Joe, you can give to the university, and we can take that money and we can buy a high school football player that's going to be a 5-star, and he's going to be great. And, it's one thing for me to want somebody else to give their money. Now you say, well, Andy, why don't you give your money? And I say, is it that important for me to buy a high school football player?
Andy, how about this? If you want some more of my money, put a cap on season ticket prices and parking passes, because that's about all I can give right now.
Yeah, so it's a, is there some hypocrisy involved? Well, there's some hypocrisy involved in every aspect of life.
Yeah.
But it kind of brings it down to the to the real deal. And
you see John's comment?
Yeah, passing the church offering plate. Yeah, that's basically.
That's right.
What it is. Does the NIL hurt high school students coming on? I don't know what that. I don't know what. I don't quite understand what that means.
I don't know what John means there.
So it's not just me.
No.
Jamie says TJ will give up 14 points just being TJ. Although the fastest I've ever seen him move was for a first down against Penn State. That was, what was that, like a 3rd and 15?
That was
and
a
he
fantastic
ran for it,
effort.
And he well, I mean, it was the oddest. He jumped backwards and landed on his back instead of his front, and he didn't slide either. It was kind of like a jump slide.
Oh, I thought he was thinking about the one where he drugged the guys.
Well, that was only like a 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
This was
Are
like
you talking about the one where he slid? Well,
he
wasn't a slide.
jumped and slid.
Yeah.
It was weird,
Yeah.
but he made both of those.
He needs to practice
He
that
powered
move.
one, and he ran, pretty quickly for the other one.
Well,
So-
that one was the one that he hurt his
But yeah,
rotator
he's
cuff
got to
on.
quit turning the ball over.
Yeah.
He's one touchdown. Okay, we're 4 games into the season. Our quarterbacks have 2 touchdown passes and 6 picks.
Yeah.
That's not a winning formula. That's got to change. We did a better job of that against Missouri. We turned them over twice. Well, I mean, one was a gift, but still, we count it. We turned them over twice. We did not turn the ball over at all. That's a start. Got to be the same. Got to win the turnover battle against LSU. And here you want another scary stat? As we keep talking about this, but LSU, 8 turnovers gained by this defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 1 in the SEC.
Yeah.
Auburn, 2 turnovers gained. That's dead last in the SEC.
Yeah.
So,
Andy, we're getting close to Halloween. It's Andy's scary stats of the week.
It is kind of scary. There are some scary ones out there. Auburn 0 for 16 on third down in the fourth quarter. Auburn scoring an average of 3 points in the second half of games over the last 8 games, not including FCS programs.
And Andy, the red zone stat was interesting too. They're 85.7% in the red zone offensively. So the key for us is keep them out of the red zone.
Yeah. See that's kind of a misleading again. Auburn and LSU both 85.7% in the red zone.
But
LSU's been in the red zone 21 times. Auburn's only been in the red zone 14 times.
15 touchdowns and 3 field goals.
So they're getting it done when they get there, and they're getting there a lot more often than Auburn, which is troubling as well. So, favorite LSU moment? We'll take a few of those, and we'll probably hit that tomorrow as well. But again, get your predictions in. More to come on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. In that moment, you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready when it matters most.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Country Clipper zero-turn mowers are designed for comfort, accessibility, and ease of use. Only Country Clipper offers your choice of steering options with industry-exclusive joystick steering or twin lever steering. Their patented stand-up deck, standard on every model, allows for quick access to the underside of the deck for routine maintenance. With a wide front step and optional handrail, getting on or off your mower has never been easier. Stop by Fun Carts of Opelika today for a test drive. Country Clipper mowers, designed for you. Fun Carts of Opelika, located at 618 Lee Road 113 in Opelika, Alabama.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
2 nights, 1 weekend at ATL Live. Friday, November 11th, his first concert ever at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Billy Joel. With Lionel Richie and Sheryl Crow. And Saturday, November 12th, 8-time Grammy winner Chris Stapleton with Miranda Lambert, Dwight Yoakam, and more. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss ATL Live, powered by Ticketmaster.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for just about 20 more minutes left in today's show, brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. They are doing big business, have for the last couple of years, building a beautiful new facility out there on 49 in Dadeville. It's a big business, and it just continues to grow. And lake property around here in this area is like, I don't know what it's like Xanadu.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Andy, today is a beautiful day to buy a house on Lake Martin. Can I borrow some money?
Yes. Well, we'll see if we can dip into the collective.
We're across the street from the lake.
Yeah. John says specifically, quote unquote, the collective, pass the loot, PTL.
Well, you know the old church joke where they pass a plate and they're going to keep passing it till everybody puts something in there? That's almost what they're getting at with these commercials.
Yeah.
We need you.
Auburn tries to play bully ball without any bullies.
He talking about my sets and, you know, the bunch thing.
I think it sounds like we're trying
Forcing
to do.
the running
We're
game.
trying to do that, and like running night. You know, Tank. Everybody wanted. Let's see Tank more. Let's give it to Tank more. Well, they gave it to Tank more.
19
and I bet
times.
Tank says I don't need it that much.
Yeah.
You know, 19 carries for 44 yards. So
Kyle, that's exactly
he was kind of
right.
running against a brick wall.
That's right.
I don't know. And I would expect more of the same Saturday. How about this? I mean, you know, we always talk about these freshmen, and you know, there's a 4-game limit now. They've extended that so you can play in 4 games. That happened several years ago when that rule came into being. So where are we with the Auburn freshmen? Damari Alston has played 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
So if he plays in 1 more, no red shirt for him, no soup for him. All we heard was Camden Brown in fall practice. The guy's blowing it up. He's going to be a stud. He's the real deal. 2 catches, 8 yards.
Yeah.
But he has played in 4 games. I would assume he will continue to play in games. I would assume Damari Alston will continue to play in games. So I think you can pretty much count that out as far as they're going red shirt. Would you agree?
Yeah, I see 3 on there, Andy. Maybe 4. I mean, you look at the 4 kids with 4 games.
Omari Kelly, J.D. Rim are the other 2.
We've played 4 games.
Yes.
So you can't imagine them not getting some playing time down the line if they've played in the first 4 games. I think those 4 guys are out. No soup for them. They're going to use this year up. But the rest of them, I don't see. Hopefully Holden Garner does not burn his red shirt. But
we'll see if somebody gets hurt. He may end up starting by the end of the year. You never know.
Yeah.
David, let's go to the phone line. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Yes.
Hey, Randy, how's it going?
Fine. How are y'all doing?
I could not be better.
Who do you think the next coach will be?
Oh.
You know, I don't have well, technically there is no opening, but I really don't know. You've got names that get bandied about, and you hear quite, several of the same ones over and over, like Lane Kiffin or like Hugh Freeze. I don't know. It depends. We haven't even hired an athletic director yet. So I think they want that in place, and I think Christopher Roberts and whoever the new AD is, I don't know what direction they will go in because, to be perfectly honest, Alan Green, he went in his complete different direction I ever thought he would go and brought in Brian Harsin. So who do you think? What do you think?
Well, you know who I would like to see, which prime time would bring something to the table.
So you're on the Dion prime time train, huh?
Yes.
Okay. What, you think that he's ready for a job of this magnitude?
Well, right now anything might look good.
Yeah, well, that may be true.
I mean, I hate this for the Auburn people because you know what? This isn't Auburn football.
No, that's a good point.
This isn't Auburn.
Well, Randy, let me the only thing I said I wasn't going to comment on this, and I'm not going to throw any names in there because I'm going to respect that Brian Harsin's name's still on the door today. Now, if that changes tomorrow, I'll have plenty to say. But Brett Pritchard, our dear brother and co-host, who really gets his dander worked up sometimes about our product on the field, he made the most profound statement, which I totally agree with. Our problem at Auburn right now is leadership, or if I may expand on that, a lack of leadership. We've been on this crazy train for too long. We need somebody with some sense, i.e. Chris Roberts, whoever, to gather the troops and say, all right, look, we're going to start doing this the right way. We're all going to get on the same page, get the person we need in there for Auburn football. But as of today, that's about as far as I'm going to go with it. I hope we win every single football game the rest of the season. I don't see that happening.
Well, you know what? I'm for Coach Harsin. I hate to see him being done this way.
Well, he definitely hadn't been treated very well. We all know that.
Yeah, and you know what? It'd be hard for anybody to succeed with this going on.
Yeah, totally agree.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate
you.
War Eagle.
War Eagle,
brother.
Well, if Randy says anything would be better, I may put my resume in.
Yeah. And then you could coach 2 years and come back and do the show, and you'd have a $15 million buy-in. You wouldn't have to do the show anymore.
It is my aspiration in life to be fired by Auburn. That would actually be a good thing.
Yours and maybe a lot of other people.
We got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around. Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
In a word, it's chaos.
You'll have to see it to believe it. Whoever said that must have been talking about Talladega. It's a place where chaos mixes with speed, where a town turns into a city, and a weekend becomes a lifetime of memories. It's a tradition like no other.
What a wild finish.
At a track like no other. And after it's all over, you still don't believe it ever happened.
The winner at Talladega.
Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Let's go back to the phone line, dude. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Andy, how y'all doing today?
Hey, James.
James, how about you, my friend?
Doing pretty good. You know, I always try to be optimistic, but I tell you, right now, when the coach said just now that Harsin hadn't been treated right, I agree with that. I had pretty high hopes when he came here. He's a good coach. He's got a good record. I know he hadn't been in the SEC, and he's from Idaho and all that. But I'll say this. He's probably about as tough a guy as I've ever seen in my life. I'd already, and Coach, I'm not saying this ugly to you. I don't have any use for that judge, because there's two things you don't do. You don't create a conflict of interest or what looks like one if you're Jimmy Rain. He did when he put him on that board. Then somebody in the athletic department or somewhere put him over there to see how the athletic department ran. Well, don't take a mathematician to figure that one out. That's where it lies right there. That's why I don't like that guy. And his Inquisition blew up about like the world was flat, and that's what they told Columbus.
But
So,
James,
that's why I feel the way I do about him. He's a jerk. He may go to church every Sunday, but I know a lot of people that are jerks up here that go to church every Sunday.
But James, let me stop you though.
I believe we will win some more games before the year's over. I really do.
James,
I hope to hell we do, because this is going to be 2012, and I don't want to make Andy sick again by saying that guy's name. It was our offensive coordinator there. We've got to get away from school as a public school, and we've got to get away. The trustees have a right to run it. They've done. Jimmy Raines given more money to Auburn, maybe not as much as Louder did. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm like Andy. There's so many zeros after that. Hell, mine's about 2, and that's it. But the whole thing is this: if you read that Auburn creed and you think about this year, you're right, Coach. Harsin hadn't been treated very well, and it's kind of shameful in a way.
But James, let me challenge you with this one scenario, and this is what happened. The general was entrusted by the president to head up that inquiry. It's not, he didn't do that on his own. So when the president asks you to do something, you do it.
Yeah.
And I also feel like the general was also one of the main players in that inquiry that finally said, hey, wait a minute, there's nothing to this. We're going to make this go away. So as much as you dislike him, I understand that, and that's your right. But he was asked to do that by the president. And then when he saw that there was nothing to it, I think he's one of the main bodies or people on that body that squelched this thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. But
I can't prove he's not, but I can't prove he is either. You're right about that. But I'm going to stand on what I say just like you stand on what you say.
All righty.
I'm not saying that being mean to you.
I understand.
This is my favorite couple on that show, unless Luke's on there and he's going to buy me out of something I don't have.
Yeah. Well, Andy and I are definitely the two best looking on the show, but that's
ain't no
about
doubt
as far
about
as
that. I mean, my God, if you think about that, it shows. It looks like conflict of interest, and where you got that. Googe was retired. He came back and the ex-athletic director hired Harsin. He put his stamp on it, and that was that. And see, that made all those people on that board mad. And I don't know why, but that's the way it is.
Well, James, I've always said that.
I know that.
Your
big
money boosters that are writing the checks.
Not like Terry.
When they're on the board
I never
of
have
trustees.
said Harsin doesn't want to be here.
Yeah.
I never have said he's Mr. Negative. I don't know. I try not to be, but I really, this is looking like 2012.
It's hard not to be negative right now, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't like to be. I'm basically an optimistic person. I know this. I love Auburn, and that's all that matters to me. I don't give a damn who, if it's a judge or a general or a Gomer Pyle. We screwed Harsin over pretty good.
Yeah.
Believe in hard work, this, that, and the other, and I love Auburn. Okay. That's all I got, guys. War Eagle.
Appreciate it, James.
See you,
War Eagle.
James.
Let's go right back and see if we can't catch this last one.
Right here.
Other one. Yeah, you go. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz. We got about 2 minutes.
All right, War Eagle.
War Eagle, Bob.
I'll look on TV Sunday. You know Bruce Pearl's going to be waving the green flag at Talladega Sunday.
I did not know that.
The Yellowwood 500.
He's going to be the Grand Marshal.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Bruce Pearl out in public doing something, I'm shocked.
Will he have his shirt on or off?
That'll be fun. I'm going to it. It's going to be a blast.
Oh, man, yeah. Tell us. Call us in next week and tell us how it was.
I will. And War Eagle, and I'm an Auburn man. I always have been. I'm almost 70 years old. Seen the good times and the bad times. You just have to dig your heels in and work through it. And Auburn people is going to do it. It may take a little bit, but Auburn people is going to work through this. And War Eagle.
Good attitude,
War
Bo.
Eagle,
War
Bo.
Eagle.
Appreciate that.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's all you can do right now. I think. Look, there's going to be some ugliness for the rest of the season. I mean, that's just. I think miracles don't really happen in football. I mean, I with all due respect to the Ricardo Lewis catch and things like that, there are some really unusual, incredible, amazing things that happen. But water into wine, it ain't gonna be. Okay, so we're in store for some tough times.
But Saturday at home against LSU, who knows?
Who knows?
31-10 LSU.
31-10.
I hate to say it. It galls me to
I love how you say anything can happen. 31-10 LSU. We got
to balance it out.
We got to go. We'll be back on the air tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.